out of the blizzard. You found shelter in relatively safe space for now. Water drips from the ceiling in the middle of this cave. From stalactites forming stalagmites. Rakesh went exploring far into the depths, and you, Rakesh, can hear a rhythmic clacking, as if someone is hitting stone on stone. The rest of you do not yet hear it. You hear the sound coming from the northwest, northeast. If you, well, I guess I should actually mark it. Never mind. I keep forgetting that not everyone
The
does
north,
look at the
south,
map
west,
the
east.
same way that I do.
You mean, what way do you do it? What?
I look at it like the compass that there is
Yeah.
for that reason.
Is there another way to look at it?
You could look at it upside down.
But then you'd just be wrong.
I mean, even if you look at it upside down, north is still north, I guess.
I mean, technically, there's a compass on the map, but yeah, ignore that.
Just use the frickin' whatever it is called, the weird
Okay,
phrase.
you are free to move. Some of you are still exhausted, I believe.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
I'm 2 levels exhausted.
Yeah, you had a hard time last time, I remember. I'm just trying to warm up my hands by rubbing them together.
Maybe exploring while we're I feel like we should explore, but also I feel like exploring while we're this tired is a bad fucking choice.
Gonna stay close to Opali so she doesn't get separated.
All you can hear, Varian, in this dark cave, is the echo of your slow footsteps, accompanied by the rhythmic dripping of meltwater in the center of the cave.
Let's go this way.
And the voice from the entrance. Could anybody make some light in here?
Let's not go this way.
Well, as you hear Cress call out, Rakesh, you hear the stone on stone, the clacking. Stop.
Oh.
In front of you, Varian, is a small tunnel. The walls of this tunnel are lined with what looks like a soft green moss. The air coming out of this tunnel has an earthy, wet smell, and the humidity seems to be higher there than where you are now.
Okay, so probably water. But I can't hear anything from down the tunnel, right?
No.
Okay. I hate myself. This is the next place I'm going. I'm gonna go listen here and see if I can hear anything.
Do you openly walk then?
No, I'm staying at the entrance and just listening for obvious things.
Well, listening into the cave, you don't hear anything.
I stick my head around the corner and look.
Behind you is simply too loud.
I stick my head around the corner and I look. Do I see anything?
You see a pretty deep chasm, but more than that, you can't really discern in this darkness. There is no natural light.
I have a question. Did we let me keep the magical tinkering thing, or did that go?
The tinkering, I believe, is part of the artificer, yeah?
Yes. Okay. Then, is there a small rock or something around me?
Well, there's a bunch of rocks lying around everywhere.
I want to pick up a small rock, like one I can comfortably hold in my hand,
Okay.
and I want to. I think I have a pen with me or something. I want to use the magical tinkering to imbue it with the 5-foot radius of light. This is a horrible idea. Let's do it.
You draw on the small rock. At first, nothing happens, but after a few seconds, it starts to glow dimly.
I'm going to roll it into the room.
Okay, well, give me a strength check.
We make good decisions here. That is a 9.
A 9.
Nein!
Yeah.
Your rock rolls a few feet. You'd say about 10, barely reaching the entrance to this larger cave. And then it just hits a larger rock and stops. While the entrance of this cave is now dimly lit, there's little to nothing you can see beyond. And Rakesh, you obviously see that Varian's rolling glowing rocks into a cave.
Ha. I am going to just walk up here and take a look. Little peek.
The air in this system of tunnels appears to be colder than the rest of the cave. And there is very little to no fauna here at all. All you can see is grey, barren rock.
I mean, that's 100% more than I see.
Okay, I'm gonna not go down that path and just walk back over here. Have a look at what everyone else is doing.
Oh. Worm is holding his sides, trying to keep himself warm. Oh, should we start a fire?
Yes.
Aranil and Worm both start making a fire directly by the entrance to the cave.
Can I go retrieve my rock sneakily?
You can try.
Okay.
Please give me a stealth roll.
I'm ready for death. Wow. Oh, hey, that's not too bad. That is a 28.
Disgusting. Very slowly, you move up to where you dropped the rock, and just as you grab it and the light vanishes by your hand, covering the rock, you hear shuffling to the left side inside the cave.
describe this shuffling?
Well, it sounds like someone took a step over gravel.
So it sounds like shoes shuffling.
No. Didn't say that.
It sounds like person shuffling.
Well, it sounds like something shuffling.
How big of a something shuffling?
Well, that's hard to tell.
Was it just one step?
Was just one shot slide of something.
I don't like that. I'm gonna. Well, actually, she'll probably trip my stealth. Can I go in further and try to look at it? Still being sneaky?
Well, stealth does not really work if you get seen out in the open. You can roll a nat 20, and if you walk in front of a guard, you're still gonna get seen.
Well, can you try to look out from around wherever he is to try and see what it is without getting spotted? Actually,
Not
this is a horrible
really.
idea. I
Not as
think
far
that
as
this
the
thing sees
cave
in the dark.
goes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this thing sees in the dark, so it's a bad idea. I'm gonna just leave, and once I get to the entrance, I'm gonna gesture at Serenity to come closer.
Huh?
I give her the come here gesture.
Okay, you could have just said that.
Jet, do you see what's going on?
I think that there's something in there.
Okay. Still there.
Sorry, your mic was too low. What was that your name?
Should we go in there?
I'm not sure, cause like I think it sees in the dark better than we do, and I don't know how many things are in there. And I'm kind of hoping if we leave it alone, it won't fuck with us. But also, like, we should definitely tell everyone else at least.
You want me to go tell everyone?
Yeah, I'll stay here and make sure it doesn't, I don't know, get closer or leave.
Okay, don't get eaten.
That's the plan.
Hi guys, Varian found something in a dark room and he doesn't know what it is and he thinks it can see better than us, so we shouldn't go in there, but he's waiting by the room.
So he's waiting there to
To not get eaten.
guard the room, or does he want us to come to him, or does he need help,
Told me
or...
to tell you that
Okay.
there's something in the room and that it can see better than us and that he's staying there to not get eaten.
Okay. I guess.
I'm gonna look at Serenity, like, expectantly, like, waiting for an answer.
I'll nod at him and put my thumbs up.
He's gonna frown and give her a shrug. Like, with his arms out, like, what the fuck does that mean? Kind of a shrug.
Then I'm gonna sit down next to the fire. Because I'm cold and I'm tired.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna try to walk over and see what the fuck Vilda's doing.
Well, you don't actually see Vilda.
Oh, fuck me. Then I guess I'm gonna walk over here and see what everyone else is doing.
Well, you see that even though still relatively close to the entrance, they've started to make a fire near one of the pools of mud. And they are huddling around the embers.
Well, my next action was actually to talk to Vilda anyway, so do I notice that she's not there?
Well, you notice that you don't see her.
I'm gonna look around, and he looks a little panicked. And he's like, does anyone know where Vilda is?
No,
Nope.
I haven't seen her.
I mean, she can't be far.
I
Baron
can't
looks
see any of you.
mildly panicked now. Baron will toss the glowing rock to Cress.
Well, it gives off 5 feet of light, so it's hell probably not seeing anything.
Doesn't matter. It's the gesture that counts. I'm gonna go look for. He's gonna go.
You do see the people around the fire, though, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
At least in this area, you have some light now.
Aaron's gonna panically.
Vilda, are you there somewhere?
That's fine.
As a response, you hear the croak of a frog.
There you go.
Where was it? Where was the frog croak?
Well, it came from the stalagmites.
Okay, I'm
See,
gonna
Froppy is also there.
try to make
And
my way.
don't call
towards
him Floppy. His name is Rakesh.
Oh yeah.
that. Can I get around through here?
No, well, you see Vilda peeking out from the stalagmites towards the fire, but from this angle, it's almost like prison bars. You can't quite get through unless you were to climb the stalagmites, which appear to be actually quite sharp.
Yeah,
At
I'll
the
just go the fucking normal way of down and around.
Try
Or
to squeeze through here.
wherever. Sure.
Well, give me a, I guess, dexterity check.
I. Oh, what was that? So that's gonna end up being still pretty shit. A 9.
Yeah, well, you get stuck halfway through.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Bless ya.
can I just go back out the normal way and try to find a bigger opening?
Well, as you move to go back, you find out that you're still stuck.
How do I get out?
Well, give me a strength check.
I hate you. Did I? What happened? I left my clicker before I could throw it. Redoing
The
that.
rest
My
of
computer
you
fucked.
by the fire see Varian try to squeeze in between the stalagmites and then suddenly stop and sort of squirm.
Are you alright, Varian?
Not gonna answer her.
Are you stuck?
Did you see anything interesting in there, Rakesh? In the cave?
I heard noise, that was about it.
So you heard noise. Varian thought he heard or saw something.
Well, I mean, there's probably things all around us.
Yeah. Should just keep an eye out in case it's something dangerous, but otherwise I agree.
Can I try to get out again?
Yeah.
I hate everything and I wish for death. I really want to die.
You hear Varian struggle, trying to get away from the rocks holding him. But after a few seconds, he's still stuck.
Someone having a problem.
Don't answer them. Can I try to get out again?
Go ahead.
We're gonna do this until I'm out.
The next day, fast forward. Still trying.
Yeah, that's an. Yeah, cool. That's a 19.
Your squirming has finally worn away enough of the stalagmites that you finally manage to get free.
Cool.
Oh, that was funny.
Just gonna go over to Vilda.
Well, she looks at you with a cocked head. She looks obviously confused.
You can't just wander off in caves. I thought you would been like lost in the storm or something had gotten you here, okay? You gotta like stay with the group and be careful.
She points at Rakesh.
He wandered off.
He's not a good example. Don't use him as an example. He doesn't count here. He also shouldn't wander off in caves, but I've never been able to stop him. No wandering off, anyone. Especially you, Vilda.
Vilda's just staring at the ground, kicking around rocks.
Does Vilda have her own weapon yet? I forget. I feel like I gave her one at some point.
I think you gave her a dagger.
Yeah. Okay, I think I did too. Cool. I'm just checking. He's gonna pat her shoulder. Like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. You just made me worried, okay? So try not to wander off, if for me, if nothing else.
Just one.
I can imagine. Look at Rakesh. So, Rakesh, did you find anything in any of the tunnels?
No, I didn't really go down. There was some noises down the one over there. But apart from that, I don't know.
How many did you look or listen into?
Just one.
Which one?
That one.
Okay. Baron's gonna go towards this one and listen.
Well, all you can hear is the crackling of the fire, the noise of the people shuffling around it, and talking to each other in lower voices. And of course, the ever dripping of water.
I was gonna sigh and go back. I don't think we're gonna be hearing much, so we should just be vigilant tonight and deal with it tomorrow when some of us are better rested.
Would it help you if you were invisible for a while to scout the rest, or
Probably.
then let's do it. I always wanted to try and make one of you guys invisible. I mean, I did it once with Jed, but that was just for fun.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm gonna make Varian invisible with a very nice cheering song.
Playing violin in this cave is a horrible
Yes.
idea, but fuck
It's
it, let's do
awesome.
it anyway.
The echo. I try to work with the echo of the cave to make it
Well,
an even better melody.
and the echo in this cave is it gives your melody a haunting quality,
I
almost
like it.
like the sound of a great cathedral.
I love it.
And Varian all of a sudden just turns invisible.
Huh.
Sick.
I mean, just for the fun of it, because I can... Let me see. Just for the fun of it, I cast it on 3rd level. So I also make Rakesh invisible, just because I can.
No.
And with a few more strums of the violin, rhythmic, more and more of Rakesh turns invisible until he's gone.
Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
If you're gonna do anything, at least try to be sneaky.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is go over here and try to sneak in and get a look at if I can make out what's in that room. Would you like me to roll stealth again?
Yes, please.
Does invisibility give advantage? How does invisibility work?
No, it does not.
It just makes you invisible.
Oh, great. $20, not nat.
Well, as you, without a light, step into the cave, you accidentally kick something. And when you look down, you realize that it was a bone.
I'm gonna look up and around.
Well, in complete darkness, you see almost nothing. A bit of light shines through this cave's entrance, but just enough to see that in front of you seems to be a cliff. Other than that, you see nothing.
I don't hear anything moving about either.
Nope.
It seems like a lost cause. I'm out. I'm gonna go listen here.
In the distance, you hear the rumbling of stone. But similarly, this cave is utter darkness.
Even with dark vision?
Well, even for dark vision, there needs to be some light.
Rude. This is where Rakesh said he heard something. But I'm not gonna be able to see down here anyway, so this is all a lost cause. No, it's not actually. I'm gonna go back and get that glowing rock from Cress. Cress, I need that glowing rock back.
Okay. I'm here at the fire anyway.
Okay, now I'm gonna go back in.
Does the invisible Rakesh do anything in the meantime?
Yeah, he'll head over to... Which ones haven't been looked at?
Well, pretty much all of them have only been
Listen
sort of
to.
peeked
Okay,
in.
I'm gonna go over here. But that's not me. And I'm gonna just give it a little step in, just real careful.
Are you trying to stealth?
Sure.
Please give me a stealth roll.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible?
No, but you are invisible.
Okay, Dad.
It's basically stealth for not making any noise, I guess.
uh, I think that's just a straight 7. Give me a second. No, it's an 8.
In front of you, in this corner of this cave system, is a clear, empty meltwater pond filling the corner of this outcrop. It also appears to be a extremely long, thin crack in the wall, stretching way into the darkness. Some cold air pushes in from this crack in the wall, producing almost a howling sound of wind. But similarly to the tunnel you looked in first, all of this is just barren rock. There seems to be nothing here.
Okay. Then I'll head a little bit further in. Just a little bit along here. See if I see anything or hear anything.
To the left is what appears to be a tiny side tunnel, but it's blocked by a round, large boulder. There are some scratches on the side of the boulder.
Okay. I'm not gonna go in the place where I heard weird noises, so I'm gonna come back out.
I feel like that was a dig.
The what?
Nothing. Unimportant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come back out. I'll come back and I'll take this one. We'll see what we find.
As you step into this tunnel, you can see that a bunch of paths seem to wind to the left, to the right. There's one ahead. But what stands out most to you is the stench. You smell dirt, earth, mold, and wet fur.
Ew. No thanks. Don't like that one. Don't think I'm going to continue there. I don't want to go to these ones. This is the only tunnel left, right?
No, the one that jets by.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Well, this one has only been sort of halfway peeked into.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here.
Jet, are you alright? I can't see you.
Oh, I'm really cold.
Then come closer to the fire.
Yeah. I go very close to the fire.
You push all of the old people away from the fire.
Wow.
All of the one old people.
Let's have 2 levels of exhaustion. No,
Fair enough.
I'll try to squeeze in, like, cuddle up with them. Or...
Yeah, all of you huddle by the fire.
I would try to help you, but I'm too busy trying to get us killed.
Do you try to make any sort of flight, Rakesh?
No. Actually, yeah, I can do fireball in my firebolt.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't like fireball.
Fireball
right now.
everything.
I mean, it would solve whatever is in there, I guess.
Would it?
You shoot a firebolt directly ahead of you, and at the end of the cave you hit rubble.
Oh.
It appears like whatever is left of this tunnel has caved in further back. But even more so, splitting the tunnel in two is a massive crack leading way down into darkness. It's hard to tell how deep it goes,
Is it a chasm?
but it is quite a jump if you were to make it.
I don't like chasms. I mean, I don't need to jump it, I can just misty step, but you know. Sounds like a problem for everyone else. Okay. I'll go back and just relay what I found in where I did explore in all of the caves, and that I didn't go past some of them because the boulder was on one of them and didn't like the smell.
You didn't like the smell? Why?
It was kind of gross, so I'm not going in there. However, if you want to go in there, you can go in there.
I'd love to, but I'm kind of blind in here.
Yeah, do we have any cloth and a stick? Like some of the firewood for a stick and just some cloth.
I mean, we have torches, right?
If we have torches, that's even better. I'll just light them for you.
Oh no, important question. Can I hear them from where I am?
Well, you do hear voices. You can't exactly hear what they're saying,
Okay, good. Never mind. That's fine.
but you hear them talking.
And then you can go explore the cave. I really don't want to go in that one. And I know the one I came from had like weird noises in, so I don't think we should go in there either. Oh, also the one behind us has like a big chasm.
Okay. That's not something I'm too worried about.
It feels a little awkward to you, Cress, talking to the air, but
I mean, it's fine. I guess since it's a concentration spell, I kind of feel where he is or something. I don't know if my magic connects somehow. But yeah, it's definitely feeling weird. Okay, I'm gonna take the torch. I'm gonna go
No.
where the wet fur was.
Don't
The
do
smell.
that. I need you.
You need me? Yeah, well, then tell me.
Bitch, I am not
okay,
by
well,
you.
Cress
I don't know that you need my help.
holds out a torch, which Rakesh ignites. And you have some light.
Okay. Gonna move forward.
Well, similar to Rakesh, the first thing you're hit by is stench. It smells like a wet dog, but also mold. A little bit like a bread left out in the basement for too long.
Slowly, I want to move further in there.
The stench grows worse the deeper you go. You can see outcroppings to the left and right.
I want to try to get a good look into most of them to make sure that nothing is hiding in there.
Well, give me a perception roll.
I'm gonna do that. That's an 11.
Each of these outcrops seem to contain a few piles of moldy plant fiber, dirt, mud, and what appears to be a few rancid pelts of animals.
Okay. Moving further.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Don't break them. I swear.
That's a 17.
It grows more and more disgusting the further you go inside. The smell is the same, but it's almost as if there's no air except the stench. Even closing your nostrils, you can taste the smell.
So even if I put some kind of cloth over my nose, does
Yes,
that
you still
help?
taste it.
Okay.
But this part of the cave, similar to the rest of the outcrops, all contain the same stuff.
So this whole part
Yeah.
here? Okay. So I basically just go like one round and go back then, I guess. Nothing in here, just smell and dead animals. Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna smell like this for the next couple of days.
Wanna
A few people by the fire kind of move away a little from you.
I feared that might happen.
Can I roll the glowing rock towards this way?
Well, as you roll the rock that way, you see something move away from the rock. Another shuffle as something moves around the corner away from the light.
Did I see any part of it?
No.
Motherfucker. I sneak forward to here. Can I see anything?
You only see a dim circle around the glowing stone. But it doesn't reach far enough to show you anything living. You do,
Good.
however, see bones. A lot of them. It doesn't really take a doctor to see that some of them appear to be human.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave. And then I'm gonna head down this tunnel. Stealthily still. What's going on here?
Well, the deeper you head into this tunnel, the more the humidity increases. The walls inside this tunnel are deeper inside, fully overgrown with moss. And a lot of the moss congregates around this stalagmite that appears to collect water flowing down from the surface. As you stand inside this outcrop, you hear splashing of water nearby. To the left, you can see there is a tunnel at a high incline leading upwards. And to the right is another opening.
Gonna go listen here, see if I can hear anything.
Well, all you can hear is splashing water.
I'm guessing if I look inside, I don't see anything.
In here, aside from the outcrop, is absolute darkness. This is as far as the light reaches, since you didn't bring any light source.
Is there a rock around me?
Well, there are a few rocks on the ground, if you want to go searching for one.
Let's do it.
I'm guessing the rock is concentration.
I get 2 of them per long rest.
Okay. Paul, the rest of you in the cave, you suddenly hear a rock falling down a chasm.
Oh no.
It echoes pretty loudly through the caves. And you, Varian, light up another rock.
I gently roll it down that way. Do I see anything?
Well, you roll it a part of the way. But you can see that the tunnel bends around to the left side. But that is definitely where the sound of the water is coming from.
I'm gonna sneak forward and then grab it and roll it that way this time.
The rock rolls into water, and the little light it gave dims even more as it sinks. For a moment, you saw a small waterfall and a small pond underneath it. You're not quite sure how deep it is. It is definitely deep enough for the rock to sink and to vanish,
No, great.
but other than that, there's not much you could see.
Right, heading back this way. And since my light is gone, I'm just gonna listen this way.
Well, you can tell from the dampness of this incline that meltwater runs along the sides of it. It appears to arc upwards, sort of like a chimney. But you do not see any light. Whatever opening is up there, it's probably covered by snow. Or simply the blizzard raging outside.
I'm gonna leave this way. And I guess head back to the group to tell them what happened. I think Barry's still in stealth mode, so he's probably walking really quietly, so he might startle some people.
Well, since everyone is immersed in conversation and huddling around the fire, no one actually notices you as you come closer.
Oh, when Varian approaches, he'll say, "Well, I didn't see what was in that one tunnel, but I think that's probably the only one we need to worry about unless Rakesh found something."
Visually, Burm sort of startles a little, and as he turns around, he just sort of says, yeah, okay. He tries to pierce the darkness with his eyes, but doesn't really seem to see anything.
I'm gonna drop my concentration and say, this is really exhausting to keep it up.
Gonna go over to her and give Price a thankful pat on the shoulder. Say, thanks for trying. There's definitely something in that one tunnel, but I couldn't see it, so.
So yeah, we are enough people to have two of us keep watch at all times.
Oh, also the one outcrop where I couldn't see the thing, yeah, it's full of bones.
Yeah, I found a lot of dead animals too in the other cave, so something is in here that likes to eat flesh. So
Right.
definitely
Oh.
keep. There should definitely be two people keeping watch.
I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over here and do a quick head count.
And I guess we're gonna just say who's gonna keep watch when, and then we're gonna take a long rest.
Guess so. I mean, sounds about like the plan.
Okay. I'm gonna take the first watch then.
Okay. Who keeps watch?
Someone, if anyone's keeping watch that doesn't have dark vision, they should be with someone who does have dark vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone with me should have dark vision.
I'll do watch
Really?
with you.
Okay.
I guess I'll take second watch.
Does Rakesh take watch?
Does he? Who else has dark vision?
I do.
Okay, then I'm going third, not second.
Okay. Is there anything you do during your watches?
No.
Nope.
Just keep watch
No,
and
just listen,
ruminate.
listen intensely to the surroundings.
I will drag Vilda back to the or call her back to the freaking fire before we all go to bed though. I'm not letting her sleep in that circle of stalagmites. It ain't happening.
Please, everyone keeping watch, give me a perception roll.
Does exhaustion change anything? Is it disadvantage for that?
Well, yes.
Check my exhaustion.
Funny you should ask.
Mm. I hate that I have to play by the rules, but I had to ask it.
Yeah. 14
Dang it.
It's really bad.
Yeah, 11.
8.
I don't have mine yet, but it's at least a 17. With disadvantage. So 1 second.
One of my rolls was a natural 20. I hate disadvantage.
That's a 21 with disadvantage for perception.
What did you roll? 21?
Yeah.
Okay.